before you start using the coffee machine, you need to get everything turned on, ready and set up for your day. Get your mise en place ready. To get your coffee machine turned on, first of all check that the water is on down below here. So there's a little tap, it has an O and a C. You want to move the O to open, to turn the water, allow that open, and you want to move the C to close it at the end of your shift. Then, once your water is traveling up to the coffee machine, we're then going to turn the coffee machine on. So this here is your on-off button. We're going to click that on and off. Your lights will turn on. Here are your switches to know that your coffee machine is on. We want to get the coffee machine turned on about a good 10-15 minutes before you need to use it. And it won't be ready until the water comes up through here and starts to heat. So at the start, that black arrow will be down at 0, and then it will hit this red mark, that center red mark, once we know it's ready to go. Okay, a few other things that you need to do to set up is also turn on your grinder. So in order to get your grinder set up properly, it has to be turned on at the wall, at the power, and also turn it on here on the side, and your light switches will come on. With regards to your grinder, this gate needs to be open and the beans need to be full before you can use it. Other elements of setup and mise en place includes having all of your prep on this side. Now there is one thing missing from here. Can anyone guess what it is? What's missing?
Cups.
Ah, good, very good. So we want shots to be on the left and milk to be on the right. Shots means everything that's going to go into your cup before you make your coffee. So that includes your sugar, your chocolate powder, your milk, tea bags if you're making tea, and of course we need our cups here so that we can prep our shots before we actually move forward to the milk. So on this side we need to get our cups, we'll get that set up. You'll set up all of your sugars, so take the lid off. Your sugar, teaspoon for your sugar. Chocolate powder, we always use 2 tablespoons of chocolate powder in your hot chocolate, in your hot mochas. So again, just before service, we'll take our lid off for that. Marshmallows, little teaspoon to help you put them in. And again, take the lid off so you're ready to go. And this is our tea bags. And as we said before, we're just missing our cups, and our cups would be along the back there as well. You get all of this set up and ready to go before you start your service. This side is shots, this side is milk. On your milk side, to get set up for service, you need your actual milk. And we always have that at the wall with the handle facing out because it's got to be really easy to just grab. You should be able to make your milk without even thinking about it, without looking at it. I can do it with my eyes closed, so I expect you to learn how to do that too. And one way to speed that up, to increase your efficiency and to be able to do that, like make 10 coffees at a time, is by having things in the same place all the time. So always having your milk in the same place, always having your handle facing out, just improves that efficiency. So if you had your milk that way, you're going to waste 3 seconds just to turn your milk around. Okay, so handle out. The other thing you want to do is make sure you have your jugs set up. We've got a few different types of jugs and sizes. These smaller jugs would be if you're just making 1 coffee. Ideally, I don't really want you using these when you're practicing because while you're practicing, I want you to use this size jug. This is your 500 mils, I think. This is 250. We use our 500 ml jug while we're practicing because it makes the best milk. I want to see 3 other jugs set up. So you've got full cream milk labelled on the side of your handle, a skim milk jug, and your soy jug. You keep these small ones for like almond milk and things that you don't do very often. But it does take a slightly different technique, and like I said, while you're practicing, I want you to use the 500 ml jugs. The other thing you set up is our water. Now, our thermometers, so we use to measure the temperature of the milk, they need to be sterilized in between each milk texturization texturing that we do. And the way to sterilize or to keep these sterilized is to either use hot water or cold water. Now, hot water in this space is probably not very safe. So instead, what we do is get a milkshake cup or some type of stainless steel cup, fill it up with water. Well, actually fill up the cup with ice first and then some water. So it should be mostly ice and water. And then in between each milk, we put our thermometers back in there to sterilize again. You can also put your spoons in there if you're using spoons, although I'd like you to practice your free pouring as opposed to using spoons in pouring technique. You may just need a spoon to aid or assist your pouring, or you might be using your spoons to stir in sugar or to stir in chocolate powder. And again, if you're stirring in sugar, chocolate powder in your coffee, then we want to sterilize that in between each coffee, so hence you use your water for that as well. Okay, so the other thing we're going to do is set up our cloths, group handles. So group handles go up into our group heads over here. Now they need to be locked in and ready to go. We don't leave them out or on the bench. And the reason for that is because being locked into the group head actually keeps their temperature nice and hot. And they need to be at a hot temperature ready for extraction. Okay, so that temperature is really important. Before I talk you through chunks, I just talk you on the tray. Now, ladies, can you all see that these holes here are faced around the front? Quite often people will get that confused and think that these holes are so that we can lift up the tray and pull it out. That's not the case. Actually, these holes are designed to be at the back of each group head. So here's a group head, here's a group head. Those holes need to go to the back of that, because when we're flushing and cleaning our machine, the water actually goes through the coffee machine, down the back, down those holes to flush out the coffee and all the mess through the back. So those holes need to be at the back. Chucks. We use two different colored chucks. Blue for your bench, purple for your steamer. Okay, you need to have purple chucks wet, folded into quarters.